prayer. O Lord, hear my cry when no one else can. See the tears that never fall, feel the pain I cannot express. When my heart grows weary and my strength is gone, hold me close and remind me that I am never forgotten. Calm every storm that rages within me. Turn my fear into unshakable faith, my sorrow into living hope. Answer my prayers in your perfect time. Open the doors that seem forever shut, and lead me into the light of your mercy. Fill my soul with peace, my heart with courage, and my life with divine purpose. There are seasons in life when our hearts feel crushed under the weight of pain, disappointment, and unanswered questions. We lie awake at night, staring into the darkness, wondering if anyone truly understands what we are going through. We whisper through tears, O Lord, hear my cries and answer my supplications. In moments like these, it can seem as though heaven is silent and our prayers vanish into the air. But the truth is, every cry, every tear, every prayer is heard by the God who made you and loves you more than you could ever imagine. God hears every cry. The moment you turn your heart toward him, he bends his ear to listen. Your tears are not wasted, they are precious to him. The psalmist wrote that God keeps our tears in a bottle, a beautiful picture of his care and compassion. This means that not a single cry has gone unnoticed. You may feel forgotten by people, but you are never forgotten by God. Sometimes we expect immediate answers, but prayer is not always about speed, it is about trust. When you cry out to God, you are placing your heart in his hands and trusting him to do what is best, even when you cannot see the outcome. His timing is perfect. His wisdom is far beyond ours. We may not understand why certain prayers seem delayed, but we can rest knowing that he is working behind the scenes. His delays are not denials. They are moments when he is preparing something greater than what we asked for. When you cry out in desperation, you are not praying into the emptiness. Your voice echoes in the courts of heaven. The same God who heard the prayers of Hannah when she wept for a child, the same God who heard the cries of the Israelites in Egypt, still hears today. He is not distant, he is not indifferent. He is close to the brokenhearted, and he saves those who are crushed in spirit. Perhaps you are praying for healing in your body, peace in your troubled mind, restoration for a broken relationship, or provision in a desperate financial situation. Do not stop praying. Keep crying out. Every prayer is a seed planted, and in the right season it will bear fruit. God has not abandoned you. He is weaving every detail of your life together for a purpose. Faith is often tested in the waiting. It is in the nights of silence where our trust in God grows. The enemy would love for you to believe that your cries are unheard and your prayers useless, but that is a lie. Every time you cry out to God, you are declaring that you believe he is able, that you still trust his power, and that you are not giving up. There will come a day when your prayers turn into praise. There will come a moment when what you are asking for will either be answered in the way you hoped or in a way far better than you imagined. God's answer does not just change the situation, it changes you. It strengthens your faith, deepens your relationship with him, and turns your pain into a testimony that will inspire others. So let your heart cry out without fear. God is not weary of hearing from you. He delights when his children call on his name. Pour out every burden, every fear, every hidden thought. He is a father who listens, who comforts, and who moves on behalf of his children. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. The one who created the stars knows your name and hears your whisper. Your cries are powerful because they reach the ears of Almighty God. Hold on to your faith, for the one who hears you will answer you in the right time, in the right way, and with a love that will leave you in awe. There are seasons in life when we feel the crushing weight of pain, disappointment, and silence. Our hearts ache, our minds run wild with questions, and it feels like our words are too weak to reach heaven. Yet even in those moments of despair, when we cry out, "O Lord, hear my cries and answer my supplications," something powerful is happening. Prayer is not a desperate whisper into the void. Prayer is the lifeline that connects us to the heart of the living God. It is a direct line into the throne room of heaven. Every cry you release is heard. Every tear you shed is seen. Even when you feel that no one around you understands, the one who created you understands perfectly. He does not ignore you. He does not turn his face away. He bends low to listen because the voice of his children matters to him. Prayer has power because the one who hears it has power. Sometimes we assume that prayer is a last resort, something we do only after we have exhausted every option. But prayer was never meant to be the last thing we try, it is meant to be the first thing we do. When you cry out to God, you are not wasting words. You are unlocking the door to divine intervention. Heaven begins to move when earth begins to pray. I know some of you are waiting on answers right now. You have prayed for a breakthrough, for healing, for direction, for restoration in a relationship, for peace in your heart. And maybe it feels like nothing is happening. Maybe you are tempted to stop praying because the waiting feels too long. But let me remind you, silence is not absence. Delay is not denial. Just because you have not seen the answer yet does not mean the answer is not on the way. God's timing is not like our timing. His ways are higher, His wisdom is perfect, and He knows the exact moment to release the answer you have been seeking. When you pray, something changes in the unseen realm. Angels are dispatched, chains begin to loosen, hearts begin to soften, doors begin to open. You may not see the shift right away, but faith tells us that prayer is working even when we cannot see it. The very act of crying out to God aligns our hearts with His will and positions us to receive what He has prepared. Prayer is not only about changing circumstances, it is also about changing us. Sometimes God allows the waiting because He is shaping us, molding us, preparing us for what He has promised. When we stay persistent in prayer, we are strengthened. Our faith grows deeper. Our character is refined. We begin to trust Him not only for the answer, but for the journey as well. If you feel like giving up today, I encourage you, do not stop praying. Your cries are not bouncing off the ceiling. They are echoing in heaven. Keep knocking, keep seeking, keep asking, for the one who promised is faithful. The very fact that you still have breath to pray is proof that God is not done with you. And when the answer comes, it will not just meet your need, it will exceed it. God's answers are often greater than our requests. He is able to do exceedingly, abundantly above all that we ask or think. The day will come when you will look back and realize that the waiting, the tears, the cries were all part of the testimony He was building in your life. So lift your voice today, cry out from the depths of your soul, lay every burden at His feet. Speak every fear, every hope, every dream, every need before Him, and then trust Him with the timing, trust Him with the outcome, trust Him with your heart. Because prayer has power, not because of the one who prays, but because of the one who hears. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. Heaven is listening. The God who hears your cries will answer, and when He does, it will be in a way that shows His goodness, His mercy, and His glory. Let this be the moment you choose to keep believing, keep asking, and keep trusting. The power of prayer is alive, and it is working for you right now. There are moments in life when the weight of the world presses so heavily upon us that our hearts feel like they might break. We cry out from the depths of our soul, "O Lord, hear my cries and answer my supplications." In those moments, it may feel as though heaven has grown silent, as though no one is listening, but I want you to know every cry, every whisper, every tear is heard by the one who created you. He is not far from you. He is closer than the breath you breathe, and He bends His ear toward you when you call. Sometimes we are tempted to believe that because the answer has not yet come, our prayers must not be working. We ask, we plead, we wait, and still nothing seems to change. But prayer is not a transaction with an instant result. Prayer is a relationship. It is the cry of a child to a loving father, and a loving father does not ignore his children. You may not see the answer yet, but that does not mean the answer isn't on its way. The waiting season is not a wasted season. It is often in the waiting that God shapes our hearts, strengthens our faith, and prepares us to receive what He has promised. Sometimes the answer is delayed because God is aligning circumstances we cannot see. Sometimes the answer is delayed because He is aligning us. If He gave us what we asked for too soon, we might not be ready to handle it. But when we trust His timing, we discover that He is never early, never late. He is always right on time. Think about the moments in your own life when you wanted something desperately, only to realize later that waiting was the best thing that could have happened to you. Perhaps the delay saved you from a mistake, or gave you time to grow, or positioned you for something far greater than you had imagined. That is the goodness of God at work. He sees the whole picture while we see only a single frame. When you cry out to God, believe that He hears you. When you pray, believe that He is already moving. When you wait, do not lose heart. Trust that He is writing a story far greater than the one you could write for yourself. Every prayer you have prayed is being gathered. Every tear you have shed is being counted. Nothing is wasted. Faith is not proven when everything is easy. Faith is proven in the dark, when there is no sign of an answer, when all you have left is trust. And that trust becomes a testimony. The very pain you are enduring right now will become the story that encourages someone else tomorrow. The breakthrough you are longing for will one day be the evidence that God truly does hear and answer prayer. So today, lift up your voice again. Cry out with boldness. Do not let discouragement steal your hope. Pour out every burden before Him, your fears, your struggles, your needs, your desires, and then release them into His hands. He is able to carry what you cannot carry. He is able to do what you cannot do. And when the answer comes, it will not just meet your need, it will exceed your expectation. God's timing is perfect. He knows when to open the door, when to move the mountain, when to calm the storm. Your responsibility is to keep believing, to keep praying, and to keep trusting until that moment comes. Because when it does, it will not just change your situation, it will change you. There are nights when our hearts are so heavy that sleep will not come. Nights when we stare into the darkness, wondering if God still hears us. Our prayers feel weak, our faith feels small, and yet from deep within our soul rises a cry, O Lord, hear my cries and answer my supplications. These moments are not signs of weakness, but invitations to deeper faith. They remind us that we are not in control, that we are not meant to carry this burden alone, and that there is a God who longs to hear the voice of His children. When we cry out to Him, we are not speaking to empty space. We are addressing the Creator of heaven and earth, the one who holds galaxies in place, yet knows every thought, every fear, every desire in your heart. He is not far away, and He is not deaf to your pain. He bends down to listen. Your cry is not too small to matter to Him, and your situation is not too big for Him to handle. Some of you right now are carrying burdens that no one else sees. The smile on your face hides the storm inside your heart. You pray for healing, for restoration, for an answer, and it feels as though heaven is silent. But silence does not mean absence. God is working in ways you cannot see. Just because the answer hasn't come yet doesn't mean it is not on the way. Faith grows strongest in the waiting. Faith is forged in the nights when you choose to believe even when you cannot see. The truth is, God's timing is perfect. He is never too early and He is never too late. There is a reason your answer has not yet arrived, and that reason is not because God has forgotten you. He may be protecting you from something you cannot see, preparing you for something greater than you imagined, or aligning circumstances so that when the answer comes, it will be undeniable that it was His hand at work. Faith through the night is not easy. It is not natural for us to wait. We want answers now, breakthroughs now, change now, but God often does His deepest work in the dark seasons. It is in the night that we learn to depend on Him completely. It is in the night that we discover His presence is enough to sustain us even when nothing around us makes sense. So what do you do while you wait? You keep crying out. You keep pouring your heart before Him. You keep thanking Him for what He has already done and trusting Him for what He will do. You remind yourself of the times in the past when He has answered you, when He has made a way where there was no way, when He has turned mourning into dancing. The same God who was faithful then will be faithful now. And when the answer comes, and it will come, it will not just change your circumstances. It will change you. You will walk out of this season stronger, wiser, and with a testimony that will encourage others. Your pain will become a platform from which God will speak to others who are walking through their own dark night. Your faith will inspire faith in them. So do not give up in the night. Do not stop praying. Do not stop believing. And do not stop trusting that God has heard you. Every tear you have cried has been seen. Every whisper has reached heaven, and the day is coming when the dawn will break. The answer will come, and your heart will overflow with joy. This is not the end of your story. The night may feel long, but morning is on the way. Keep your faith alive through the night, because the God who hears your cries is faithful to answer your supplications. And when He does, you will look back and see that every moment of waiting was worth it. There are moments in life when the weight we carry seems far too heavy, when our heart can no longer pretend to be strong, and our soul whispers words we can hardly speak aloud. O Lord, hear my cries and answer my supplications. Those moments are not signs of weakness, they are holy invitations. They are the crossroads where we choose whether to sink under the weight of despair or lift our voices toward the One who holds all power in His hands. When you cry out, you are not sending words into the air, hoping they find a home. Your prayer rises like incense before the throne of heaven. The God who spoke galaxies into existence bends low to listen to the sound of your voice. He is not deaf to your pain. He is not blind to your tears. Every prayer you whisper in the dark is heard. Every sigh, every tear, every broken word is known to Him. Some of you are crying out for answers right now. You have prayed for healing, for a wayward child to come home, for peace in a storm that seems never-ending. And perhaps you have wondered why the answer hasn't come yet. You may feel like your prayers are hitting a wall, like the heavens are silent. But here this silence does not mean absence. God's timing is not our timing, but His timing is perfect. What feels like delay is often preparation. What seems like silence is often God working behind the scenes, aligning circumstances, preparing hearts, and shaping you for the blessing He is about to release. Sometimes we pray for God to change our situation, but He uses the situation to change us. The waiting season can be the very place where your faith grows roots deep enough to withstand the storms of life. It is in the silence that we learn to trust, to lean not on our own understanding, but to rest in the promise that He is good, that He is faithful, and that He will answer in the way that is best for us. When you cry out, you are doing more than asking for help. You are declaring that you believe there is a God who hears, who cares, and who can intervene. That is an act of faith, and faith pleases God. Your prayers may feel small, but they are powerful because of the One who hears them. Hold on to hope. Do not let discouragement drown out your cry. Keep praying when the answer seems delayed. Keep lifting your voice even when it feels like nothing is changing. Because every time you pray, you are sowing seeds, and every seed sown in faith will bring a harvest in due season. God is not ignoring you. He has not forgotten you. He is preparing something so much greater than what you can see right now. And when the answer comes, it will do more than fix the problem, it will transform you. It will deepen your trust, strengthen your faith, and give you a testimony that will encourage others who are still waiting for their breakthrough. You will be able to stand and say, I cried out to the Lord, and He heard me. He lifted me out of my pit, set my feet on solid ground, and put a new song in my mouth. So do not give up. Do not stop praying. Do not stop believing. The night may feel long, but morning is coming. The tears you cry today will become the joy you carry tomorrow. The burdens you lift up to God will become the very testimonies that inspire others. God's answer transforms us. It reminds us that we are not alone, that our lives are seen, that our prayers matter. And when His answer comes, whether it is yes, no, or wait, it comes with His wisdom, His love, and His perfect plan for our good. Cry out with confidence today. Heaven is listening, and the one who hears will answer in His time, in His way, and in a manner that will leave you stronger, freer, and closer to Him than you have ever been before.